Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Today we're doing a short chair yoga practice, so we just need a chair sitting on a yoga mat so it's not going to slip. Let's come seated forward in our chair, so our glutes are on the chair, hamstrings off the chair. We have that nice 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Rolling your shoulders back and down once, and resting the hands wherever they may land comfortably on your lap. Sitting nice and tall, closing your eyes, and just taking a moment to notice your breath. As you inhale, notice the chest rise and then the belly rise. Exhaling, noticing the belly fall and then the chest fall. Let's notice our breath for the next 4 rounds of breath. Let's bring our attention now to the crown of our head, and we're going to begin a scan of our body from the crown of our head, working all the way down to our toes. Looking for any areas we need to be mindful of during this practice, and remembering if a pose doesn't feel right, you do not need to do it. Always stay safe, and there's any other practice. Completing the scan of our body, and let's bring our attention once again to our breath, bringing one hand to your belly and the other hand to your chest. Let's notice our breath for the next 5 rounds of breath. Noticing the belly rise on the inhale. And now returning the hands once again to your lap. Still sitting tall in your chair. Let's lower the ear towards one shoulder, gently stretching out the side of the neck. One more breath here. Drawing the head to center, and this time lowering the ear towards the opposite shoulder, stretching the other side. Returning to center, lifting the chin high, stretching the front of the neck. And returning to center, drawing the chin in towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. One more breath here, returning the head to center and opening the eyes. Let's roll our shoulders to the back of the room, noticing if you're holding any stress or tension in the shoulders. And let's roll forward to the front of the room. Beautiful, and let's just shake out the fingers. We're going to make some star fingers. So I want you to really stretch the fingers wide apart, engage all the muscles in the fingers and the palms of the hands, feeling everything engage here. Now relax the hand, pretend you're grabbing onto a really thick jump rope and we're skipping forward. So we're rotating the hands away from the body. Getting some movement into the wrists, upper arm. And one more rotation, and let's go back to those star fingers. Really stretching the fingers wide apart, engaging all the muscles in the fingers and palms of the hands. Relaxing the hand, grabbing that thick jump rope once again, and this time jumping backwards, so rotating the wrist towards the body. 2 more rotations. And last time, star fingers, really stretch everything apart, engage all the muscles. Now relax the hand, working on a little dexterity with the thumb. Touch the pinky finger and then move in towards the index finger and back out towards the pinky. Moving up and down the hand. This time we're going to touch the thumb to the base of each finger, moving it up and down the hand, touching the base of each finger. So this one might be where you notice it's a little bit more difficult. One more time, back up the hand, and then let's shake it out, jazz hands. Beautiful. Let's roll those shoulders once again to the back, once again to the front. We're going to take one hand to the opposite knee, bring the other hand behind us on the chair, sitting nice and tall. Exhale and twist, look over your shoulder for 8 rounds of breath. Noticing the muscles resist as we first move into this gentle twist. Just continue to breathe deeply. One more breath here, noticing the muscles have now begun to relax. And slowly unwind and come forward. Now we need to do the same thing on the other side. So hand to opposite knee, other hand behind you on the chair. Sit tall, exhale, twist, holding 8 rounds of breath. And slowly unwind, coming forward. Beautiful. This time we're going to take our feet out slightly, toes pointed on a diagonal. We're going to take our hands. We're going to think about relaxing our back as we allow our hands to travel down our legs, reaching all the way down to our ankles. If you can't reach your ankles, you can leave your elbows resting on your knees or travel all the way down, bringing the hands down to the ankles. We're going to hold here. I want you to think about relaxing the back of the body, starting at the low back, moving up to the mid-back, thinking about the upper back, the shoulders, relaxing the neck, relaxing the head, and allowing the crown of the head to shine down towards the mat. Just completely relax in this modified forward fold. Getting a nice stretch in the back of the body as we allow those muscles to release and relax. One more breath here. We're going to change our hands. Now we're going to grab our elbows. This is going to pull us a little closer to the mat and deepening the stretch. So we're still relaxing all the muscles in the back of the body and breathing deeply. One more breath here. Let's return our hands to the ankles. One more breath. Slowly allow the hands to travel up the legs. And now we're going to bring our elbows down to our knees. And we're going to do some rotation with breath. So leaving our elbows on our knees, taking one hand overhead, looking through the fingers, 4 rounds of breath here. Slowly rotating down, bringing the elbow to knee, changing sides. Other hand comes overhead, 4 rounds of breath, looking through the fingers. Slowly rotating down, changing sides again, this time 2 rounds of breath. And rotate down, change sides, 2 rounds of breath. Rotate down, and let's do 8 singles at your own pace. Soon as you're looking overhead through the fingers, changing sides. Just 2 left. And resting the elbows on the knees, allow the arms to glide up the legs. Bring those feet forward once again, sitting nice and tall in your chair. Now I'm going to have you extend one leg forward, bring the opposite foot across, grabbing the heel so you can bring that foot over the knee. So we're now sitting in a nice figure 4 position. I want you to keep your foot flexed to protect this bent knee. So we're going to hold onto our foot and hold onto our knee as we exhale and lower our torso towards our legs, feeling a nice stretch in the hips in this figure 4 pose. Remember to keep breathing. Let's do 4 more rounds of breath, lowering a little closer to the legs if we can. Remember, most of us have very tight hips from sitting all day, so this pose might be uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful at all. If it's painful, just rise up slightly. One more breath here. And let's slowly rise up. Let's allow the foot on the floor to come forward again so we can slide that foot down, place it on the floor, slide the other foot up across, grab your heel, bring it behind the knee, and then bring that foot 90 degrees, keeping the foot flexed to protect your bent knee. Now we're going to exhale and lower towards the body, feeling the nice stretch in the hip once again. Breathing deeply, not holding our breath. And 4 more rounds of breath. Lower closer to the legs if you can, enhancing the stretch. One more breath here. Let's slowly rise up. Foot on the floor comes forward, allowing us to slide our leg down once again and bringing those feet back to 90 degrees. Sitting nice and tall in our chair, let's bring our hands to our hips. We're going to do a nice circle in one direction. Notice if you have any difficulty making this circle pattern, any restrictions that you're noticing in the body. And let's pause when we get to center. And now let's circle the opposite way. One more circle. Beautiful, and let's pause here. Let's bring our arms down to the sides, palms shining forward, fingers pointing towards the earth. We're going to reach up overhead, and then we're going to change sides. So just a nice fluid movement, getting movement into the spine as we move from one side to the next. And then we're just going to change where the hands are landing. Now they're going to be coming slightly in front of the body as we reach. And changing once again, this time drawing them at eye level across the body as you reach. And changing once again, and this time dipping down just about where our knees are landing as we reach. Back to eye level. And once again, back overhead in front of the body. And overhead, directly overhead. 2 more. Beautiful. And let's lower those hands down. And then bringing our hands onto our knees, a few rounds of cow and cat breath for some more spinal movement. Inhaling, lifting the chest and gaze up to cow. Exhaling and arching to the back of the chair in cat. Inhale and lift. Exhale and arch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch. And let's come seated nice and tall in our chair, closing your eyes, taking a moment here to notice your breath. Doing another scan of the body from the crown of the head down to the toes. Just noticing how you're feeling after this short practice today. What's your energy like? Returning your attention once again to your breath. Bringing your hands, palms together at heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your energy in this practice today. Doing this mindful self-care is so important. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to focus on your why. Why do you come back to the practice every day? What are you looking for? And just keep your goals in mind as you work through practice day after day. Some days you're not going to feel like participating, but just try. Give it a little try. Some days you may decide that you're just not up for it and you might walk away from practice. And other days when you don't feel like practicing, you may find that practice is exactly what you needed that particular day. So always keep an open mind and just give it a try every day and keep your focus on your why. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.